When was someone's assumption about you terribly wrong? I was once assumed as a peardo, hear me out. I had taken my nephew to the park, my sister and Bill were in town for a few days and they were going out for dinner, just the two of them. I took my little 3-year-old nephew to the park. It was just us, we were running around having a good time, pushing him on the swings, finding cool rocks, etc. A lady and her big dog had walked over to me at one point and asked, "Oh, your son is so cute." I responded with, "Thanks, but it's not my son." She then, without time to explain, flipped a switch, tried to get between me and my nephew while taking pictures of me on her phone. I was telling her to get the hell away from us, making my nephew cry because he didn't know what was going on. She called the police and she's screaming at the top of her lungs for me to stay back or she'll defend herself while trying to pick up my nephew. I suddenly stopped caring if she thought I was a peardo or not. She had her hands on my nephew and that wasn't going to fly with me. I picked him up and we started speed walking back to my car. Big mistake. She started telling the cops my license plate number, make/model of my car, saying I was kidnapping him. I was so mad I was seeing red. I sat in the car because I thought it would be best if at that point I waited for the police. I had him buckled into his car seat with the engine running just in park, idling. She's slamming her hands on my windshield trying to get other people to come help her, but a few people just come and stand behind my car so I can't leave. Police show up. Guns drawn, telling me to exit the vehicle. I get out. I have tears in my eyes at this point because I'm so mad/confused. I got handcuffed. I was asked a million questions until they finally understood that this woman didn't know either of us. I finally got to tell my side of the story, which consisted of, I took my nephew to the park. This lady asked if I was the father. I said no. She didn't listen to a word I said after that and tried to take her from me. The lady is looking super embarrassed once I'm done telling the story. My nephew is asked to come up in my arms because he's scared. I picked him up and he cuddled right in. The cops asked the kid if I was his uncle and he just nodded yes silently. The woman starts this sob story about how she was abducted as a child and thought she was doing the right thing. I didn't care at that point, I was so mad at her. We leave, all laugh about it at dinner, life went on, but it had got to be the worst time of my life.